Good morning, guys. I hope everybody got through the weekend all good and well and in one piece. So yes, I did break my finger. I've got a spiral fracture. It's a long story, but it's all good. So I am kind of not in one whole piece, but I'm just a bit cracked around the edges. And here I am walking through the bush. I thought I'd go off track today. We'll do something a little bit different, because I feel that this is how the world is, all broken and fallen down. Guys, everything really is converging. Anybody who's listening to this for the first time, if you do not know Jesus, who I call Yeshua HaMashiach, is the Hebrew name for Jesus. If you do not know Jesus, guys, there is no time to be in the valley of indecision. There is a convergence in the world of things that was spoken about thousands of years ago that are now happening. And it is like a woman about to give birth. And when a woman, if you've had children, which I have, you know that, girls, you know that when you go into labour, it comes on quite suddenly, it intensifies, it gets faster, and in my case I had 2 children in 2 hours. So for me it was very rapid. Some women are in labour 2 days. I feel really sorry for them. But I went into labour very quickly, so it can happen very quickly. And this is what's happened to the world. We had a sign in the heavens, if nobody knows, September 23, 2017. There was a sign in the stars, and it was the Virgin with Leo at her head, the moon at her feet, and Jupiter in her womb. And Jupiter entered her womb and went out. It was a very prophetic sign, and if you don't know about it, just do a little bit of research into September 23 biblical sign. That's what I would put in to do a search. So have a look at that. That was our first sign that the woman went into labour. Now, since then, we haven't quite done 2 years, have we? No, we haven't. So, the convergence. There is so much I could say. There is just so much. Notre Dame. Notre Dame represents so much more than we realise. Paris is one of the most evil cities in the world, guys. It is absolutely crawling with demons. You know, in that French Revolution, all those skull and bones in the catacombs under France. I watched a channel called Truthful Spirit, I think it was last night. I did never see those catacombs. I should say I have never seen those catacombs before in my life. And I was truly horrified at all these skulls and femurs that line a tunnel, a catacomb, for kilometres, guys, absolute kilometres. There are millions of people. They estimate 6 million. Well, that's probably off. It's probably more than that. So, horrific. So, Paris being one of the most evil cities in the world. Now they're saying Chicago has just received one of the crown of thorns as a gift from, you know, getting them out from the Notre Dame fire, which we hadn't even heard that the crown of thorns was in Notre Dame. And there's no way I believe that that's genuine. There's just no way. It's another part of a mocking ritual that is going on. Now there is a channel, watch out guys, there's a hole here, watch out dogs, called Many Fish. And I think we've come to the end of our track, guys. We'll have to go back this way. Many Fish, guys, and he has put together a lot of things. So just go and visit Many Fish's channel, his latest upload, have a watch of that. So I'm here as a watchwoman. I don't try and spurt out information if I'm not sure. I will refer you to the people because they explain it way better than I do. I have just been called by the Lord to do a very simple, small job because I'm a simple person. I'm not complicated. I'm definitely not a stupid person, but I've just been called to do a simple job. And any job in the house of the Lord is better than none. That's for sure. And I just knew always that I needed to do something for the Lord for the last 20 odd years. And I never knew what it was because every time I tried to tell people in the flesh about the Lord, you just get rubbished. So on this platform, we have a chance for people just to listen to our voices. And it is the Lord that will lead them to listen to us and watch these channels. So I pray with my whole heart and soul in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach that some new people watch this today. And look at these beautiful flowers we're walking through, guys. Guys, no matter what, we're going to see beauty soon if we are with the Lord. If you make Jesus your Most High, you just need to know you can't save yourself. There are so many things happening in the world that it's undeniable. Why does the world hate him so much if he's not real? Ask yourself that question. If you don't know him, just do a little bit of investigation into how much hatred surrounds Jesus more than even the Muslims. So this is, I think that just on alone is proof in itself that obviously he is just such a big threat. He is a threat to their way of life and to their way of their worship, that they need to shut it down. Just go careful, dogs. Go really careful here. Go slow. Yeah, we've got a lot of logs on the ground. So yes, I am saying that we are at a convergence, and Notre Dame, I think, was one of the final pieces in the satanic systems puzzle. You're not going to get over that. We're going to have to go back. So watch this one here, Bo. Gotten ourselves in a bit of a hole here. Been watching the camera a little bit, not where I'm going, guys. So I think I've got us lost. Come on, we'll be right. Always are. The convergence is undeniable. The hatred for Christianity is undeniable. I do not use the word Christian as myself. If someone says, am I a Christian? I say, well, it's a very broad word. I am a Bible-believing follower of Yeshua. It's simple. I do not complicate it. I am not perfect. Obviously, I'm human. Gee, I broke, you know. I am broken at the moment, like physically. So I'm definitely not perfect. I struggle with things, but I tell the Father what they are. I'm honest with him, and I ask him to take them away. And so many things I have asked to be taken away have gone. And to be very honest with you, my struggle has become so much now a stroll. It's not so much a struggle, it's a stroll. Okay, because he has taken so much of the rubbish and gunk that the world tried to indoctrinate me with, that I feel that I am free. It is what the Bible says. You know, if you know the truth will set you free, and you will be free indeed. And I feel free indeed. So I am a testimony in itself because I used to lead a really full-on life. I was a biker girl in my day, not a bikie. I rode the bikes. I never got on the back with a guy. I had my own bikes. So, and not Harleys, guys, no. I was more into fast street bikes. Not stupid things that you couldn't get around a corner fast. So I was also into rock music, singing in a band, many bands actually, and just leading a really heathen lifestyle, you know, drinking all the time, smoking pot, never got into bad drugs. I dropped a lot of acid when I was young. And believe me, that opens spiritual doorways that cannot be shut by anything but the Lord. I really need to share this because I know there are a lot of you out there struggling, and us people who are making these channels, we need to be real with you about who we were and let you know that the struggles that we've come from and where we've gone to, that if it happened for us, it can happen to you. But you need to resolve yourself to the fact that you can't save yourself. What did Obama say? We're not waiting for a Messiah. We don't need a Messiah. Why would he say that? Because he knows very well that we can't do it by ourselves. And he's part of their beast system. Something's been going off here. We're near the road now. What a bummer. We got out of the bush, but anyway. So, getting back to the convergence just quickly. So many things are happening. It's the birth pains. Now we're in labour. We're like in full-term labour. We're going so fast that I'm having trouble keeping up with the news. I make a video and I've got so much information that I forget. I've got to get away from this road again. Although this looks like really bad bush to walk through a bit ahead here for my dogs. I can't keep up with the level of information. I did have a blackout, a communication blackout, because I just could not handle the amount of information I was getting. I just wasn't processing it. I've got to see where we are, guys. Hang on, though, don't go out there. What road is this? Stop. Sorry, guys. Oh, we're on Gowan Road. Oh, no. Okay, just stay with me. We're going to have to walk this way. I've come such a long way through the bush that I didn't think, so that's pretty good. Okay, so Notre Dame, we've got the Pope kissing the Imon's feet. Over here, Jazz, away from the road. The Pope kissing the Imon's feet. That was just, what is that? That's the Jazz, New World Order. He's trying to, I'm going to say it, sucker to everybody so that they can get this New World Order up and running as quick as possible now. There's not going to be much time left, guys, to get it right. Look, if you think, oh, I can't come to the Lord because I have to give up this, I have to give up that, and then I'll come to him. No, he says he will take you as you are. You will not change yourself. And if you keep thinking that you can't come to him until you've done this and you've done that and you've cleaned this up and that up, you'll never get to him because you're trying to do it yourself. And that is, you're trying to be your own God. And that's what the New Age teaches, that you can do it yourself. You can't. You won't. And this is a warning. I never put a time on the rapture. I don't know if it will be before, but I know it will be before the wrath of the Father. But we could very well see the tribulation through a very good way until the wrath comes. So just be prepared. Do not be prepared to be zoomed out of here. Beam me up, Scotty. All right, let's just be real. Prepare yourself that you may literally have to be like those poor people in Syria and wherever else over there that they're cutting their heads off. Do not take a chip in your body. Do not. Do not worship on a Sunday with everybody else. Do not. I know they are the two main marks. I know they're both marks. But I know the mark will be a physical implant. If you take this implant, you are conforming to their system. You are saying, yes, I agree. Yes, I need this so I can keep living. It is better to lose your life here and to enter heaven. What does the Lord say? If your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off, because it is better to enter heaven without your right hand than for your whole soul to be thrown into hell. I mean, truer words have not been spoken, have they? So, gee Jazzy, that was close. What would you do if you actually caught it? You'd probably get scared. So, it's a really dire warning, because if people aren't doing what I'm doing and you're just watching my channel, well, that's fine. But what I'm doing is I'm researching and I'm collecting evidence that connects together to all the prophetic things, like a big jigsaw puzzle. And sooner or later I am going to do a video where I just collectively put it all together and try and say it the best I can. These videos now, I just go with the flow, and I let the Father guide me into what to tell you guys, because I want us to know you're not alone. We're struggling. Some days I wake up and I go, oh Father, please, please just get us out of here. But I just know that is a cop-out. I've always been a strong person, and I shouldn't think like that. And it's funny, because the closer we get, the more I'm thinking like that. And it should be the opposite. I should be thinking, no, I've got to hang in here till the very, very end. So, come on, we'll cross. So, sorry, I don't like it when people say, back over, he's crossed. Come on. So, if you don't get anything else out of this, my friends, my brothers and sisters, I don't know how, but I know that I am going to make it up there. I know I might die for it. Hey, I might not. I might be spared. So, you never know your luck. This is true. But I don't bank on it. It's just like I never banked on being a millionaire. I just kind of knew that would never happen. To be happy with what I've got. And I really always have been. So I've been blessed in that way. Blessed with a beautiful family. Blessed with a beautiful husband. So, if you get nothing else out of this, please, please, get out of the valley of indecision. The valley of indecision is absolutely full. It is full at the moment. It's so full, it's terrifying. Because at any moment, something big could happen, and I believe it will. And this is all going to change in an instant. And they are going to bring in their order out of chaos. That is what it's all about for you people that don't know. The governments of the world are converging, and they are making a one world government, a one world religion, and that is going to be the saviour of humanity. Also, they will put in place a religious leader and a political leader who will be the heads of that institution. They are not anything to do with the real Father who is in heaven. You've been lied to on so many levels of your life I can't go into now because it's just too long. You've been lied to about where you live. There's no space out there. That is water above us, and it is water below us. And the stars you see in the sky, they are entities. They are angels. And that is why the Bible says 1/3 of the stars will fall from the sky. How would that happen if it was planets? You've just got to use common sense and realise so many lies. And that's just one of the biggies. There's many, guys. We've been lied to on every single level. Look, I know this video is going to cut off soon. Please give your life to the Lord. Just say, Lord, I'm a sinner. Please come into my heart and save me from this. All who call on the name of the Lord will be saved. Forget about, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. Oh, I've got to stop drinking, I've got to stop smoking, I've got to stop swearing, I've got to stop beating on my wife, I've got to stop beating on my dog. I've never done that. Never will. Whatever it is that's your problem, take it to him. Tell him, be honest. Like you would truly with a father that you were so connected with and you loved. If you had a father a dad on earth, a dad on earth that you just really are close with and you can tell anything. That's who he is. The world has made him out to be so bad, to be so judgmental of us, to be wicked. They've made him out to be wicked when it's around the other way. He loves us. He made us. Please, Get out of the valley of indecision. Cry all you need. Get on your knees. Beg him whatever you need to do. But he will save